you saw 12 years a slave, did you think there should have been more years? Was that one of your thoughts?
I even went further than that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to buy me a plantation down in Alabama.
Yes.
And I'm going to put all the blacks back on the plantation.
This is wild, dude. This is crazy.
I thank God for slavery. I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
We in the West have created a fiction of Africa as isolated, static, and completely cut off. Nothing could be further from the truth. In this series, I'll be going on a journey through 200,000 years of history, from the origins of human civilization to the threshold of the modern world. Some people believe this was the first city to be built on the African continent. Great cities built on the trade of Africa's rich resources.
Okay.
You couldn't become a man if you didn't have cattle. It was just as simple as that.
This was a statement of power. This place allowed a civilization to prosper and flourish. 12 churches carved out of the ground. Breathtaking architecture. Art of unparalleled beauty and technical brilliance. This was a new Jerusalem in Africa. Wealth from extensive trading networks created these powerful societies that reshaped Africa's relations with the outside world. This is the untold story of how for thousands of years, Africans helped shape our modern world.
Do you think slavery was a good thing?
Yes,
What? Why?
that's a good question. I think it was good in that those were the times, and it allowed us to be born in America, the greatest country on this side of heaven. We were allowed to be born here rather than sneaking across the borders or having to fill out an application and wait for years or take a test, which we would have never passed, by the way.
They would breed our women and force them to have C-sections without fucking anesthesia. And the breeding farms, y'all, they didn't go away after slavery was abolished. It still happened. If you look into the father of gynecology, that man literally said black people don't experience pain, therefore he would not give the women any anesthesia to give birth, even when it came down to having a fucking C-section, bro. And as somebody who had a C-section and almost died, this shit just brought me to tears. Women were forced to be sleeping with over 100 men in one day. 100 men. And if they weren't to get pregnant, they would get beat. They would get literally limbs removed. They would be tortured. And this happened to men too. Breeding farms, you guys. Breeding farms. When I say The Handmaid's Tale, it started with us. This book, Black AF History, this is the stuff they don't teach you in schools. This is the stuff they don't tell you about in schools because this is America unwhitewashed. One black slave was forced to breed over 200 children. one white slave owner had over 600 children by slaves. 600. And once they would have the baby, they were forced to go back in the field. And either the baby would be given away, taken away, and that's how the whole adoption process started. The adoption process has been shady since the beginning because a lot of times it started with taking away slave babies that were the offspring of the master and the slave because he didn't want his wife to find out that he was sleeping with the slaves. It's a lot of dark shit that went on in the fucking history of this country, and more people need to fucking know about it. When I tell y'all, everybody needs to get this book. Everybody needs to get this book, read it. I don't care if you get it from the library. I don't care where you get it from. You need to read it and understand that this is the history of America, and it literally has nothing much has changed.
Where was God during slavery in the United States? He was watching, of course, sitting up there, kicked back, chilling. When black babies were being fed to alligators in front of crowds of white people, he was watching. When black enslaved people were being whipped and tortured and lynched, he was watching. He saw it all happen because he sees all. And not only did he watch it happen, he planned for it to happen. He knew it would happen from the very beginning because everything is within God's plan. And he also knew and planned for the slave masters to give their enslaved people Bibles to read that were called slave Bibles that just had verses from the Holy Bible, from God's holy text that was telling the enslaved people, look, God wants you to be a slave. And I mean, they weren't exactly wrong. God did want them to be slaves because he planned it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been there. And even if they had gotten there outside of God's plan, he wouldn't be able to just stand back and watch that happen for hundreds of years if he didn't want it. But black Christians are way too far gone to ever even think about that. Actually, I've had some black Christians tell me that they're thankful that slavery happened. Because without slavery, they would have never known God. And if slavery is how you got God, and that doesn't make you sit back and pause for a second, you're already too far gone.
Some say was a part of it. Got us to buy, fulfill the book.